Picture this, you're locked inside a tiny prison cell, just you and another man. Day after day, night after night, you sleep 3 feet away from him, you hear him breathe, you watch his every move. And then one night, he leans over in the dark and whispers a secret so shocking that it changes everything you thought you knew about survival behind bars. This is the story of my cellmate's secret. When I first got sentenced, I thought I understood fear. Courtrooms, handcuffs, the bus ride with chains on my ankles, that was fear. But prison introduced me to a different kind of fear. The kind that crawls into your stomach and lives there every single day. They moved me around a few times before I ended up in the East Block. That's when I met Marcus. My old cellmate, an old-timer with bad health, had been sent to the infirmary. The guard swung open the steel door and shoved me in with this tall, quiet guy covered in tattoos. He didn't even look at me, just nodded once, sat down on his bunk, and went back to reading his book. In prison, silence can mean 2 things: wisdom or danger. I wasn't sure which one Marcus was. The first thing I noticed was his routine. Marcus never joined the noise on the tier. He didn't gamble in the day room, didn't joke around with the gang guys, didn't even glance at the fights that broke out in the yard. He was a ghost, moving through every day like nothing could touch him. At night, though, it was different. When the lights went out and the tier went quiet, I'd hear this faint scratching sound coming from his bunk. At first, I thought it was just a nervous habit. But the more I listened, the more I realized it wasn't random, it was deliberate, like he was hiding something under there. And then I started noticing other things. During inspections, when guards flipped mattresses, Marcus was different. He would fold his own mattress neatly and quickly, never letting anyone else touch it. It was subtle, but it stood out. Weeks passed. I couldn't stop wondering what he was hiding. One night, lying on my bunk staring at the ceiling, I finally asked, "Man, what's your story?" Marcus didn't even look at me. He just muttered, "Some secrets are better buried." And that was it. End of conversation. I should have left it alone, but I didn't. The next morning during inspection, a rookie guard came by. He was fresh, still trying to prove himself. When he reached our cell, he told Marcus to step aside. Then, without hesitation, he reached for the mattress. That's when Marcus moved. Calm but firm, he put his hand on the mattress and said, "I'll fold it for you." The rookie froze. For a second, I thought Marcus was going to snap, but he didn't. He just folded it himself perfectly, placed it back down, and stared at the guard until he left. That look in Marcus's eyes, it wasn't rage, it was a warning. Like, cross this line and you'll regret it. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept staring at his bunk, waiting for the scratching sound, and sure enough, I heard it again. This time, I quietly sat up, and that's when I saw him slide something out from the slit in his mattress. It wasn't a weapon, it wasn't drugs, it wasn't even money. It was a photograph. I'll never forget the way he held it in the dark. The way his tough, tattooed hands trembled slightly as he looked at it under the faint glow from the hallway lights. It was a photo of a little girl. She couldn't have been more than 6 years old, big smile, missing front tooth. On the back of the photo, one single word was written in black ink: promise. I froze. Marcus looked up and caught me staring. For a moment, I thought he might actually kill me right there. His eyes hardened, his jaw clenched, but then he whispered, and his voice cracked when he said it, "That's my daughter. She thinks I'm dead, and it has to stay that way." My blood ran cold. I didn't understand. Why would a father want his own child to think he was dead? Marcus explained it in bits and pieces over the next few nights. Before prison, he'd been deep into a life of crime, gang ties, dangerous enemies, people who wouldn't hesitate to hurt his family to get to him. When he got locked up, he realized the only way to keep his daughter safe was to let her believe he was gone forever. His family told her he had died in an accident. She moved on, safe, far away from the violence and that photograph. It was the only connection he had left, hidden under the mattress, guarded with his life. That was his secret. Suddenly, all the little things made sense. Why he never gambled, never joined politics, never got involved. Marcus wasn't living for himself, he was living for her, protecting her from the shadows of his past. But here's the thing about prison. Secrets don't stay secrets for long. The wrong person finds out, and it could mean extortion, manipulation, or worse. Now I know. And that meant Marcus wasn't just carrying his secret alone anymore. From that day forward, I felt the weight of it. Every time someone looked our way, every time a guard lingered by the cell, I wondered if they knew, if they would discover the truth. Marcus's secret didn't just change the way I saw him, it changed the way I saw prison itself. Because inside those walls, I realized the scariest secrets aren't about weapons or gangs or escape plans. The scariest secrets are about love. The kind of love that makes you erase yourself from someone's life just to keep them safe. Voice drops into a reflective, dark tone. In prison, trust can kill you or save you. My cellmate's secret changed everything for me because it wasn't just about survival. It was about sacrifice. So let me ask you, if you were me, would you keep your cellmate's secret or would you tell someone? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want more chilling tales from behind bars, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and join me for the next story. Because behind bars, nothing is ever what it seems.